What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, second terraluna Classic video of the day. Why? Because this is important and you're going to want to know it. So we're going to get into all of around staking, and equally the nodes are upgraded. What does that mean? And finally, some more news on the Binance burn. So if that's the thing you kind of like, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you know when we upload a video, and click that thumbs up, turn it blue. Let's talk about terraluna Classic, because you are not going to want to miss this one. So looking at the chart, we did talk about this yesterday. Sorry, we did talk about this earlier, where we were kind of hovering this 97301 range, and we kind of down 9762. We did see a nice move over the course of the the evening for me, and it's kind of come down. We are seeing a little bit of money coming back in, RSI trend in the middle, but people seem to be still sat on the fence with this. The market seems like it's recovered a little bit. Again, we talked about this yesterday. terraluna Classic down just 0.24%, so it's kind of hovering between that 3 zeros, 4 zeros part. But what have we got coming on? Well, all nodes, it's kind of a verification of nodes that are running on blockchains. We had this from Terra Rebels, just to confirm by the team live for our validator and node partners. We mean the software version 0.5.21 is available for download by validators and other node operators. So this was the release July 26th, about getting this out and making sure that it was on the blockchain for all of the validators and the node operators on terraluna Classic. And then we had from all nodes, all Terra Classic validator nodes hosted on all nodes were successfully updated to the version 0.5.21. Cheers. Why is that important? Well, because that holds all the 1.2% burn tax. It holds the ability to change that tax, as well as the staking rewards for those validators and the retail investor that has those tokens. So it's important that we are starting to see validators upgrade to version 5.21. The team are already working on the next update because we want to just keep moving with this project. Now, taking a look at the validators on the Columbus 5 networks, this is the Terra Classic network, and you can see all of these validators. You can see that they're blocks that they've missed, and what this does tell us is that there is a significant number of validators that are operating 100%. If you look at all the validators currently on there, we've got one SCV Security that currently has missed 5,613 blocks, so isn't clearly operating the nodes, but we can see there's 85 node operators, all of which the vast majority have missed either A block or none, which is important because when you're thinking about upgrading networks, what you don't want to see is networks turned off or networks slowed down. So you can see a lot of these with 0 blocks missed. They can say that the blockchain has not been slowed, stopped, or anything to it. So still a ton operating, ton validating, and equally most of these upgraded to this version 0.5.21. So it is only a matter of time, I cannot stress this enough, until we see this burn tax applied onto the mainnet. Now, looking at some interesting information. This is from Small Art, shout out to him. It says if Binance implements the burn, count about 45% of the shown chart will be burnt. We are rising from the ashes, the tide has turned. Staking is roughly August 26. We have had that confirmed, which is the block number based on the current volume, August 26, 2 weeks. We are going to see staking for the retail investor as well as everyone else. The burn roughly early September, the 1.2% burn tax proposal creator talking to Binance. Now, always take that with a pinch of salt, but you would be absolutely naive to believe that Binance is not looking at this. So just give us a bit of a flavor of what we could look at in terms of transaction volumes and the amount that burns. So you can see here 50 million would burn 181 billion tokens a day. Running up to a billion would be 3.6 trillion, and at 3 billion, 10.9 trillion. So significant numbers. And then there's a bit of price prediction work here as well. Again, always take this with a pinch of salt because it's speculative as opposed to factual. So, but we can see potentially over 300x would be 0.02. That would start to really get us back into the realms of potentially on our route back to that $1 mark. It says, as of delayed July 29th, this is a couple of weeks back, the min inflow of lunacy by exchange by top 6. So we can see that Binance, and we know, or we can confirm that it's their exchange wallet as opposed to their personal wallet. I think a lot of people did kind of get into that world, but just some interesting information there. We want to see some big volume going through on Luna Classic. So there is a ton more coming. We can check the burns out. It's always worthwhile just seeing what is going on with that burn wallet and equally what's going through it. We can see here top burners. Now the Lunatics token did do that 1 billion, they hit a 1 billion burned Luna Classic. Again, you can see here, look, 100 million has already gone through in less than 2 hours ago. Some more tokens gone through. So there's definitely this ambition, there really is. And I think if you're not in Luna Classic, you know, it's not financial advice, but it might be one that you miss out. Again, you think about nodes upgraded to 5.21. We have all these nodes successfully maintaining the blockchain, not missing a single block. Mantra down, 0. Moonshot, 0. Synergy nodes, 0. You know, there's just so many of them that are live. This is on the Luna Classic blockchain. So when people say that it's done, they don't know what we're talking about. That's my view. Anyway, my only personal advice. So it's going to be interesting to see. We are definitely seeing more and more burns coming through. We are definitely seeing an aggressive decline in total supply. It has a long way to go. I appreciate that, but it's going 100% in the right direction. But let me know in the comments what you think of Luna Classic and the nodes. I'll catch you in the next video.